Good morning from Düsseldorf. I'm here at the Kunststoffe Fair, the plastics fair, K2025. And the train was full as ever. Now I'm going to get my badge and I'm going to walk through halls 5, 6, 7. So I just talked to a master batcher from whom I bought master batch when buying master batch at Coveris. It's a small company, established company, 75 years, family company, and I heard that the markets are quite difficult, that many master batch companies from India, Turkey and Egypt are pressing into the market and are putting dumping prices for master batch. And packaging companies, they have to buy cost conscious. So it's very difficult to defend market position for smaller master batches, and there clearly is a trend for consolidation. Okay, I'm on the Azur stand in the Rubber Street with Frank Kramer. Frank.
Hello together. What should I say more?
Frank, you are under a new brand now. You are with Pyrum. Tell us a little bit.
Yes, I'm now working with Pyrum. I'm trying to improve also, let me say, the technology as well. A little bit more, finding more application for the RCB. As everybody know, I don't like RCB. It's more or less active filler, but it's not a carbon black. And yeah, that's it. I left, let me explain it like that way as well, a little bit. I left Boulder, not due to the company, it was family related. I have old parents, and so I have now time a little bit more to spend more time with my family, and that was one of the reasons. So it's not company. I only wanted to explain it.
So, and you have some samples to show and some news. What are the news from Pyrum Innovations?
Not really news. Let me say, as you know, that we are starting now with the new, I call it finishing line, they call it milling and pelletizing line. Which one is at the moment the biggest in Europe, maybe the biggest worldwide, I don't know. At the moment it's running well. We have some smaller issues, but at the moment we're expecting mid of this month it should be completely running. So what we have new, this is new, we changed the name of our product. So we don't want to talk about RCB, so we call it, for example, the first one which known as raw carbon, we call it TCU, sorry, thermal carbon untreated. So after that we call it thermal carbon milled, yeah, when it's going to the milling process.
So TCM then?
TCM, right. And for the RCB we will have in future TTB, which is called then thermal tire. Tire black. So that's the reason what we changed, because
but you know, we're working so hard in ASM, we still don't have the specifications, and now you're changing the name. Why is that?
You always mention it. An RCB is not an RCB, is not an RCB. And I think I'm writing also white papers and something like that, and when I put in RCB, people thinking they can use my recipe, for example coatings, what I'm doing, or plastic, master batch, they can use it for each RCB, and that's not possible. You have then to change something. Maybe you have to change the additive or what else. That's the reason why I think everybody needs it, and I think the really successful people in the RCB business already have their own name.
The thing is, recovered carbon black is not only recovered carbon black, right? It is recovered carbon black plus all the inorganic additives that are in the tire, plus some organic residues, hopefully not volatile, but surely some solid carbonaceous residues.
That's also what we try to change. At the moment everybody's taking a look how to use it in a tire, for example, only, and they're only taking a look in the carbon side inside. but maybe our product works in mud or fit in mud in other application much more, and we can maybe also take a look where's, for example, in coating, the silica or zinc sulfide is not of interest. When I put it it's not a problem. When I put it in a cement, the silica inside could improve their process. They're putting at the moment a lot of carbon black inside, but it's better to have the zinc sulfide or zinc oxide in a cement. And I think this is what I'm doing at the moment, so more product development.
One of the most exciting applications I heard, not for recovered carbon black, but carbon black, conductive carbon black, is now there's research going on making batteries in cement. So making your house walls store the energy from your solar power.
Yes. It's also something, let me say, where I will take a look in. At the moment, it's not easy to talk about it, but as you know, yes, it's also going on research on that. And it's not only on the cement or beton side, it's also for standard. For example, to make from a carbon more graphene. And that's used as a separator or what else. And it's possible to use there. And in some applications, the inorganics improving this. So yeah, let's see. I think at the moment it's a very interesting time. I think now all other RCB producer, we need to start and build the plants and not only talking about it.
It surely is an exciting time for RCB. With everybody building, everybody growing. Would you say this is the year for RCB?
It must be. If not, I think it did not work anymore because the investors want to see results. Huh? I'm sorry.
Exactly. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, you're
Thank
welcome.
You.
Thank you.
I'm in Hall 9 on the stand of Farrel Pomini with Paul Lloyd. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Martin. Welcome to our stand and to the Farrel Pomini exhibition.
What kind of equipment are we just standing in front of?
Oh, here you're standing right in front of something that's very interesting for you. This is a CPEX. It's our lab processor, continuous mixer processor for processing around about 30 kilos per hour of polymeric materials. Most interesting for this machine is a direct comparison with our larger production size machines.
And I heard you did compound recovered carbon black master batches. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, I can. You hear very well. So we've just recently, working together with the Azure Network, done some tests of RCB. So RCB is a new material coming into the market, predominantly from tire pyrolysis, which is very interesting to several of our customers. We've used this machine, or a machine exactly the same size of this, in the UK in our lab to produce 30 and 40% master batches with RCB.
Now, your colleague Peter said you could have even go a little bit higher with, but black master batch, I think the ceiling is like 50% maybe.
Yeah, normally with a virgin black material, they would run a 40 or 50% master batch. We believe that we could go a little bit further with the RCB materials as well, which could prove to be important because, again, it's easier processing for our customers.
Now, this is not a normal master batch production system. This is a Farrel continuous mixer, where you have like the continuous version of the Banbury.
Yes.
And then you go perpendicular, you go into an extruder to build up the pressure for the strength extrusion.
Yeah, that's very good. So yeah, that's exactly what happens. So we have a continuous mixer which imparts shear in the materials, which is where the mixing is done. This is free of any pressure. Second stage, we have a single screw extruder which generates the pressure so you can cut a pellet, make a strand, and that difference in between separating those technologies allows us to go with higher fill levels and lower energy in particular. That's the key thing about this system. The mixing is done very much like a continuous Banbury mixer. That's exactly how it works.
Excellent. What else is new from Farrel Pomini on the K? What are you bringing to Düsseldorf?
Well, we're bringing a lot of innovation, which is predominantly directed towards sustainability and our customers' drive to decarbonize and work in those areas. So RCB production is one of those areas. We also bring the WF Recycle Tech pyrolysis system. We have information on that system, energy saving enhancements on our technology already. One of the key things that we're bringing, not related to that, is we have our augmented reality display, which allows all of our customers to see firsthand the CP2500 machine, which is considerably larger than this one.
I think that is really good to show technology that is difficult to explain just by words, right?
Yeah, and that's the key thing for us. What we're trying to display is that we are innovating at Farrel Pomini and trying to help our customers meet the challenges moving forward using whatever technology is available to us. And the AR is a really good opportunity for people to see that. It's also a fun thing to do at the exhibition, yes. So.
And I also heard you got a new colleague.
Yes, that's correct. So WF Recycle Tech in the UK, Paul Neville, the founder and previous managing director, has moved into retirement. And we have Joe Dennis, who started working with us. Joe's got a background in the pyrolysis and recycling industries. He started as the managing director at WF Recycle Tech, and he'll be driving that business forward through commercialization.
Excellent addition.
Yes.
Anything else important to you, Paul?
I think, again, just for all of our customers and anybody in the field that we operate, end-of-life tires, RCB, plastics compounding, Farrel Pomini are available with solutions for the challenges that we know you face. We've got laboratories in Europe that people can come and use, try the technology and work with the technology. We're very interested to have those discussions.
Maybe one challenging question, if you allow. Where do you see the market, the plastic industry at the moment? How would you describe it? I have a feeling it's not an easy situation. It's not easy going. And what does it mean for you as a machinery supplier in that kind of market?
Yeah, the plastics industry is difficult at this moment in time. We come off the back of maybe 5 or even 10 years of fairly sustained growth into some difficulties. We've a war in Europe, an energy price crisis, which makes things difficult. We have a transition to lower carbon materials, and we have the geopolitical situation throughout the world. Plastic still has a tremendous part to play in the development of the world and in terms of the development of economies, but the plastics industry is taking pause for thought at this moment in time. But the plastics industry since the 60s has been innovating and allowed to innovate. I'm sure we'll find solutions. So maybe a little short breath at the moment, but I think soon we'll see things come back. And again, the innovation will drive the industry, I'm sure.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Martin. Okay, thank you.
All right, Martin.
Okay, we are in Hall 8 with Himanshu from BKT Carbon. Hello, Himanshu.
Hey, Martin, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. You are the first time at the K Fair, and let me know how was your first morning?
Wonderful, exciting, and busy. This is what I can say. The first time, as a participant over here, but I think meeting all the team and diaspora over here is exciting. Great feeling.
Excellent to hear. You are BKT Carbon, you're a carbon black maker that is integrated into a tire company, BKT Tire. Can you tell us a little bit about the company's history?
Oh, well, I mean, if you know about BKT Tires, and BKT Carbon is driven based on sustainability model that BKT universe is all about, right? Means we produce our product vertically integrated. At the same time, this is a platform we are using just to launch our specialty product portfolio, because we feel, as we know the good products we are using in-house is also especially, highly, let's say, important for our partners as well. So this is a good platform to showcase those solutions.
That's a very good topic. So in tires, of course, your mother company is using ASTM grades, rubber grades. What do you bring to Düsseldorf? What do you bring to the K Fair? What is your products you're showcasing?
Sure, no, happy to answer on that. the key product is a specialty, as you all know, is a performance product, right? Performance comes from the dispersion, getting, in the extreme conditions where, or you say weathering, as BKT knows basically, because our end products are used in those applications. So what we are doing is currently how to expand that envelope and offer those solutions to our partners in plastics and the rubber industry, and that's where you have for.
What kind of properties distinguish the specialty grade from the, let's say, rubber grade? We could use a 200 grade truck tread grade in plastics. It would be very good. Yeah. P-type is around the 100 ASTM, but there's more to it.
Sure. No, that's an excellent question. I mean, around those is about chemical cleanliness, as well the physical cleanliness is more about an easy dispersion, right? As you know, the rubber shear is completely different than the plastics and the coating shear. So yes, it has to be adjusted as per the user profile.
Excellent. What kind of end applications are you targeting here?
Well, we have products, for the classic, the plastic molded articles, the films, conductives, as well as for the semicon application, as well as for the fibers. So those are the key fundamental products that we have. And we also have a couple of experimental products which we are discussing with the partners, and we want to develop along those.
That sounds very exciting.
Thank you, Martin.
Anything else you want to tell our watchers? Any key message?
Welcome to Bhuj. Welcome to India. Seeing is believing, what I feel. And once you're gonna, Martin, you're welcome to visit us. And where we have very well integrated, high, well-running, sustainable model. And once you see that, our tire as well as also carbon black manufacturing unit, nicely integrated, you will see what we are talking and why it matters.
One challenging question, if I may ask.
Sure.
So what I find interesting is, I would say India is one of the most dynamic economies, especially in carbon black.
Yeah.
There's a new kid on the block, Epsilon Carbon. Also, there's a presence in European specialty markets. What I find interesting with Epsilon is integration into RCB. How do you see RCB? And maybe it's an unfair question. You just need to tell me if it's unfair. How do you think of RCB potential? And what is the stance of BKT Carbon towards RCB?
No, it's a great question. And again, RCB is gonna be here and for long, and we all know how to take care of the the used tires, and RCB is one of the answer for it. How well we can develop that RCB into the good performing product, so that it's not causing further stress for our compounders. I think this is the solution we need to develop together, right? So I think we need to join forces in developing those solutions together.
That sounds good. From my point, RCB doesn't have a standard yet, a specification,
right.
Which means we have the wrong business process. We have make to order instead of make to stock, because we don't have established standards, and that brings a complexity of bringing RCB into any application, because the recipe, the formulation needs to be adjusted.
That's right, because it has certain limitation. If you cross that limitation, there are some performance challenges, what I see across the different, compounds. So yes, having those specifications will more or less standardize, the fear of using more and more, RCB. So having standardization will boost the confidence of the compounders, for sure. For sure.
Thank you so much, Himanshu. Have
Marty.
a great K-Fair.
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you.
Okay, as you can see above, we are on the Birla Carbon stand at K2025. I'm here with Alessandro.
Welcome to our booth, Martin.
How was your first morning on the K-Show, Alessandro?
Very busy, very exciting times here. We had quite a few traffic, or quite a lot of traffic here already. And it's great to be back after 3 years. It's been too long.
Absolutely. What kind of product portfolio do you bring to the K-Fair?
So as usually we are represented with our Raven brands that are well known to the industry. We are very proud to introduce also our new gain, our Nanocyl nanotube business to the group. We have a new portfolio of conductive grades, so we have certain themes on the booth that you will find. Come and visit and find out yourself, but the main themes are conductivity, are sustainability, and plastic in general, wiring cable.
And you still have the Raven range of products, right?
Absolutely, Raven is still there and to be around, and new to come.
What about Continua?
Continua, absolutely. We presenting Continua brand here. We have extended our portfolio into a certain range of Continua and sustainable solutions. Come, find out, meet our team of experts here at the K Show to find out what the value it brings to your solutions.
Thank you very much, Alessandro.
More than welcome. Happy to meet you.
Have a good fair. I'm still on the Birla Carbon stand. I'm here with Cédric de Villepin from Nanocyl. Hello, Cédric.
Hello, very pleased to be here with you.
Now, you make a very exciting material of which we have a 3D printed model here, which is multi-wall carbon nanotubes. Can you tell us a little bit more about it and what are the typical applications in plastic?
So, carbon nanotube is an extraordinary material in terms of intrinsic properties. So we are talking a material more conductive than copper, 4 times more mechanically resistant than steel at a quarter of the specific weight, and also more thermally conductive than diamond, the most thermally conductive natural material known today. So we're talking extraordinary material at the particle level. Then we are incorporating this carbon nanotube into different kind of matrix to increase their properties, typically providing electrical conductivity with a very low amount of filler is one of the main things carbon nanotube do today.
And you're doing this in a master batch, in a pre-dispersion, correct?
Yes. Typically, so we provide the carbon nanotube under powder form. Some customers prefer to use it this way, but we also make it available under pre-dispersed master batch form for customers that would not be equipped to handle directly powders or to disperse powders.
Just out of curiosity, a standard carbon black master batch, maybe with a Raven carbon black, is up to 50%, maybe 55% is the ceiling. What kind of loading do you have in a multi-wall carbon nanotube master batch or pre-dispersion?
So we are typically speaking about loading between 10 and 20 to 25% of carbon nanotube. Is typically with these range of loading that we get the best dispersion of the material, and that we also are able to preserve base properties of the base resin. When you have a too high loading, you start to have high shear force that can damage the resin and lose some properties. So typically, I would say between 10 and 20% weight percent of carbon nanotube is a sweet spot for the optimum properties.
Mm-hmm. What is the kind of supply chain to market for these materials? Because in carbon black we have standards, we have the known grade range of carbon blacks. I guess with multi-wall nanotubes, it's a little bit more difficult. And how is this made to order, or how do you? What is the supply chain like?
There will be different types of carbon nanotubes. In our case, we are mainly concentrating on multi-wall carbon nanotube and mainly the NC7000. That's our main grade, that's the most successful in a large type of application. We are mainly concentrating on this grade, but besides this grade, there are some specific grades that will be developed for different types of applications, such as battery application, for example.
And the aspect ratio is quite extreme, right? You told me, what is the diameter again?
So typical diameter of the material here will be in the range of 10 nanometer in diameter. So that's about 10 atoms with a length in a few micrometers. So we are talking an aspect ratio of more than a 1,000. To give a number, if you would take 1 gram of carbon nanotubes, these carbon nanotubes, you put them one after the other. With 1 gram, you would go 160 times around the planet Earth.
Whoa.
With 1 gram. So we're talking a pretty long aspect ratio material, and this is one of the reasons why it's so effective to provide electrical conductivity, for example, because with such a material you can connect very easily through a material. You make a network through the material.
You have much lower threshold addition rate, right?
Exactly. When you compare the application where you would use carbon nanotube for electrical conductivity, for example, you would talk much lower loading in terms of additive working from the carbon nanotube, which means that you are able whether to reach higher level of electrical conductivity or that you can get better mechanical properties out of your material because you reduce significantly the amount of filler, meaning that impact strengths or elongation strengths will be much better preserved.
But you're still black color, right? Or you put as little that it's not black anymore.
Yes, yeah. Well, carbon-based material are black. Black is beautiful, isn't it? But still, there is a little further aspect here is as the loading is much lower. There are cases where we can reduce the darkness of the material, but we would be talking about applications where the loading of carbon nanotube can really stay on the low side, and as well typically where you would have a very small thickness of the material. When you add up the layers, obviously you're getting more darkening effect.
Just out of interest, Cedric, I mean, where do you position multi-wall carbon nanotubes for conductivity along with graphenes and maybe highly structured furnace carbon blacks and single-wall nanotubes? Where's the advantage of multi-wall nanotubes from Nanocyl?
So, well, basically you have this type of pyramid, which shows, let's say, the complexity of the material, the ability to get a higher range properties. Multi-wall carbon nanotube will be at the top of this pyramid compared to, let's say, standard conductive material, highly structured carbon black, graphenes, and carbon nanotube will come on top. Meaning that you would really need the lowest amount of carbon nanotube in order to reach this electrical conductivity.
Thank you very much. Anything else? Any message to K-Fair visitors?
So we are here at the K show with the whole 8A J29 together with Nanocyl, of course, part of Birla Carbon on the Birla Carbon booth. So we'll be very happy to meet you here to discuss further what carbon nanotube can bring to you.
Thank you very much, Cedric. Have a great fair.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, I'm here with Thomas Franken, director of the K-Fair. Hello, Thomas.
Hello, thank you very much for having me.
I think we have a great start. We're all so happy to be back in Düsseldorf for K-Fair. How about you? What is this K-Fair special for?
First of all, I'm very happy that everyone is back here in Düsseldorf. So it's always a pleasure for us to welcome back the worldwide plastics and rubber community here for K-Show. It's a sensational start for the show this year, and yeah, we are very optimistic and we are like full of energy for the next 8 days.
Yes, it's the #1 fair globally for polymers, plastics,
Right?
rubber as well.
Yes, as well.
I've been at the Rubber Street. Can you tell us a little bit about the numbers? What kind of visitors are you expecting? How many exhibitors do we have?
So for the visitors, it's still too early. It's the first day. But for the last edition, we welcomed more than 180,000 visitors from all over the world, from more than 160 countries. But I can give you more information about our exhibitors this year, because we are very happy, because last edition we have been right after the pandemic in October 2022, if you all remember. And this year we are very happy that we reached again our normal number of exhibitors and participants. And we are having more than 3,200 exhibitors from 66 nations. And the 66 nations is a new record for K. And that also shows why it's the #1 show, because it's a very international show. It's the most international show of its kind, I would say, because you do not see any plastic show worldwide with so much international participation.
I looked at the picture of the last K in 22, and I had streams from the mask wearing.
Yeah, right.
We still had to wear masks back then.
I think there was not really, we didn't have to wear, but we saw a lot of people and visitors wearing masks. But this is happily over, and we are very happy that we can have this networking. We have these face-by-face meetings now back as normal.
From you as director of the K Fair, what are the key topics for this K?
Right, we have guiding themes for every edition, and this year we also formed a slogan for the show. So the slogan for this show is the power of plastics, green, smart and responsible. So the main topic for sure with green is also the topic of circular economy, so shaping the circular economy. And yeah, to make a circular economy happen, we also need an enabler, which is digitalization. So this is the second part, smart. But we also said, well, caring about people, the responsibility of the industry is also an important topic. And here we also have the dimension of young talents for the industry, because everyone is looking for skilled workers for their companies, and for that reason we also said we have to address this topic as well, to see young people joining the industry and see what kind of job careers and what kind of opportunities are there.
And there could be nothing better than the K Fair to do that, right? I mean, to go through the halls and you see plastic machinery working and producing plastic films, garden chairs and whatever.
You can see the whole world of plastics and rubber here under one roof. So this is like, I think, perfect.
Yes. Have there been any challenges also in the organization of this K Fair?
No special challenges because of this edition, but it's always a challenge, because if you speak about K, it's like the Olympics for the plastics and rubber industry, and organizing such a mega event is also like coming with challenges. First of all, I mentioned we have more than 3,200 exhibitors, and I can tell you everyone is asking for more space or different or special measurements to present the machines or technology which is running live in action here. And this is sometimes a little bit challenging for the team, just to make everyone happy that the floor plan and allocation is fine. The second challenge is sometimes also to arrange the move in, because you see all the big machines in our halls, and this is nothing you can put in 1 week. So we started 3 weeks ago to put in the big machines in the halls. So the first truck arrived at that time, and then you have to build the stand construction around that. And this is also one of the challenges to organize K-Show.
How big is your team, Thomas?
My team is around 10 to 12 people. So
it's not that big, right?
No, it's not that big, but this is the core team we are organizing. It's the exhibitor service, but for sure we have a lot of other departments at Messe Düsseldorf, like press department, the logistics teams, the stand construction. So there are many more people involved if it comes really to the show time.
One thing I realized, now the K is 7 days. My first K was 20...
Still 8 days.
8 days.
Wednesday to Wednesday.
But it used to be 10 days, right?
No.
No? Are you sure?
No, I'm sure, yeah. The last 30 years, it's still 8 days.
All right, maybe I'm... then
Drupa changed.
I will be wrong, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a long time, but also it's a lot to visit, isn't it?
It's a long time to have such a big show with 8 days, but the reason is we have so many big machines here. So this is a big investment of our exhibitors, what they really want to present the visitors from all over the world. And you need at least, if you want to experience the show, you need at least 2 or 3 days to see everything.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Thomas. And thank you for giving us such a good platform here.
Thank you very much for having me, and I wish you a successful fair. Thank you.